Hello Hanjikidon, what's up people? Back with another video, and today we're previewing Newcastle United versus Ipswich Town. Before we get into anything though, you know we got to do the shout out. Massive shout outs to Angel Care Homes for all your care needs in the Black Country and Birmingham area. Massive shout outs to Mark Darcy for all your formal menswear needs. And of course to Desi Ballers, highlighting all South Asians at all levels in the beautiful game. Their details are in the description, so make sure you check them out. And like I say, each and every video, if you haven't already, or if you're brand new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button, smash the like button on this video, turn the notifications on, and let me know your thoughts in the comments. Now let's get to it. So Newcastle is a club that, like many Town fans, I've got a bit of a soft spot for. And, you know, if we think about the links between the clubs, be it Sir Bobby Robson, Kieran Dyer, Titus Bramble, Darren Ambrose, there's always been a link between the two clubs. And for me, like many Town fans, you had Sir Bobby Robson, who, a bit before my time, but we still sing about all the wonderful things he did for our football club. The stand I sit in is named after him. You know, he is a legend for our club, right? So seeing what he did at Newcastle, got them Champions League as well. Never did see him cartwheel, because I remember he said in the papers once, if we got Newcastle, and I think that this is when they just made it the top four for Champions League, but if he got Newcastle Champions League, he'd be cartwheeling down St James's Park. That never did happen, but he did get in the Champions League. Obviously, there's questions on how he was treated by the Newcastle management at the time when he was kind of forced out or whatever. But I think it's fair to say what he did at both clubs made him a legend at both clubs. And then for me, the big thing was I fell in love, and the person that made me fall in love with Ipswich was Kieran Dyer. So when he signed for Newcastle, he was a player I was always looking out for in the Premier League. So like I said, it's a club that it's a bit of a soft spot for myself and other Town fans. And, you know, I'd like to think there's a good connection between the two clubs. So in terms of head-to-head, then I've got a couple of stats here. So we've won 18 games. There's been 16 draws, and Newcastle have won 18 games. So it's very much 50-50, if you like. So whoever wins on Saturday gets bragging rights for the next couple of seasons, because hopefully we were only away from them for a season. In terms of last time we actually beat Newcastle United, you got to go back to April 2017. We all remember that day. 3-0 at home, the Sir Bobby Robson day. Arguably Amir Hughes' biggest, I don't know, goal or turnout or performance in the Town shirt. McGoldrick scored as well that day, but who opened the scoring for Town? Can you tell me? Let me know in the comments. And then last time we actually beat him at St James's Park. It's the year my old man got married, 1984. And it was a 2-1 away win in the League Cup. Last time we beat him at St James's Park in the league, you got to go back to February 1978, a 1-0 away win. So I've never seen or I've never been alive for us to beat Newcastle United at St James's Park. So on the rare chance we could do something, then it will definitely be making history, I guess, on Saturday if we do get that win. Their last 5 games, they've been phenomenal. So the last 5 games, it was win, 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 win. And then they did lose the other week away. Was that away at Villa? Yeah, it was at Villa Park. They got battered, to be fair. But they are such a strong team. And with all the connections that the clubs have got, and like I said, the soft spot that I have for Newcastle United, I thought it was only right to reach out to a proper Newcastle United fan, a proper Geordie fan. Why I, man? Newcastle United. Why I? Sorry, I'll stop the accents. Please forgive me, Geordies. But yeah, so I reached out to Bazza Thomas. Details on his channel are in the description. He talks all things Newcastle United. Really good channel, so make sure you check that out. But I reached out to Bazza Thomas, asked him a few questions, and he answered. So let's check that out.
Hi Ipswich fans and Callie, thank you for asking me to do this very quick video about obviously the game coming up on Saturday. Massive game for Newcastle United, so really looking forward to it. But I've got some questions to answer. So the first one was, how has the season gone so far? Grade from A to F. It's definitely a B+. we're in the shout for Champions League football again for the second time in 3 years. A lot of people writ us off, thinking, 6th, 7th, 8th would be a very, very good season. But to be within a Champions League shout again is absolutely credit to Eddie Howe and the boys after 3 windows without really anyone coming in of any note, no major signing. I think it's been a miracle that we're actually in Champions League football contention. Lucky with injuries, which is good. So, yeah, this season has been very, very good. So definitely a B+ for me. Carabao Cup win, what it means? Well, luckily enough, I was there. 70 years of pain gone. I've never seen us win a major trophy till then, and I class it as a major trophy. I don't care what anybody says. Look at the past winners of the last 15 years who have won that trophy, and you tell me it doesn't mean anything to the bigger clubs. It does. It really does. And to beat Liverpool in the final as well, and not just beat them, soundly beat them. We were fantastic, fully deserved it. And to sum it up, my dad sent me a text message after the game saying, "I can die happy now, son." So that just shows you what it means to us, and just to get that monkey off our back. The celebrations were wild. And I'm telling you now, even if we do win more trophies in the future, an FA Cup, a Premier League, a Europa League, a Champions League, an FA Cup, those trophies won't be as celebrated as well as this one, because this one means the most, because it's the first one in such a long time. So that's why the celebrations were wild, while they were massive. And let's face it, why not? This is why we go to football games. It's why we invest into our football club so much. It's why we love playing football and watching football, is to have a moment like that. When you win something, you've got to enjoy it. You really do. Predicted lineup will go unchanged again for about the 7th game in a row, unless there's any injury concerns that we won't really find out till Friday. That's when they normally do the press conference and we find out about anyone who's at risk. But Pope in goal, Trips right back, Tino left back, Shaw, Dan Burn, and then in the midfield 3 you'll have Joe Linton, Tonali and Bruno, and then of course on the right we'll have Murphy, who's having a fantastic season, Harvey Barnes on the left, who's keeping Anthony Gordon out with the team at the moment, and of course Alexander the Great up front, who's having a marvellous season. So yeah, so that'll be our team. Player of the season and unsung hero. So player of the season is probably Isak, but Jacob Murphy certainly deserves to have a massive shout into that, doesn't he? I mean, he's having an unbelievable season. No one predicted this. I hope it's not just a one-season wonder, but he is getting on a bit, and this is why we look at the right-wing situation as someone we need to have some more strength and depth, and also push Murphy to the bench, who's be a very good squad player. Unsung hero has got to be someone like maybe Kraft, who hardly plays a game, but when he comes in, he does a very good job. He's also had an injury, which is a shame, but every time he comes in, he does a great job. Again, unsung hero is a hard one, because everyone is putting performances after performances, to be fair. Ipswich memories and what you've made of our season. Ipswich memory goes all the way back to, I think it's 93, 94, 94, 95 season. I can't quite remember. We're playing you on a Sunday night or Monday night away at your ground. And Peter Beardsley scored an unbelievable goal. And it was made even better when the commentator, because obviously he was cutting in down the right-hand side, and he did his little jink, and he went on the outside, and the commentator went, "Oh, well, he's made a mistake there. He should have come on the inside." And then he leashed a right foot shot that flew into the top corner. It was unbelievable. I think we won the game 3-1. Andy Cole scored one where he lobbed it over the keeper, which was a fantastic win. And I mean, you guys were ever present in the Premier League back then when it first formed. So, I mean, your season is obviously, it's not been great. I mean, you were the team that I thought might sneak a chance of staying up. I thought you were very solid. Buying Delap was a masterstroke from Man City. So absolutely gutted for you, because obviously you're going to go back down. I hope you bounce straight back up. All depends if you keep the core of your good players and keep your manager. Don't lose your heads. It's unbelievable that you got to the Premier League in the first place. It's now use those parachute payments correctly, and hopefully you'll bounce back next season. But I'm really looking forward to Saturday and looking forward to talking to Callie and another Ipswich Town fan on Friday night as we do our look ahead on Through Black and White Eyes. So come and join us for a live chat after you watch this video. Thank you very much. Take care, guys.
So there you go. Very insightful stuff there from Bazza. He knows his club. Very interesting to see that they don't rotate their team and they have, they constantly have a consistent 11. Something that a couple of Town fans and myself included have maybe been calling out. And maybe that's been one of our downfalls this season. I don't know. It's all shoulda, woulda, coulda. Who knows? In terms of the game then, so the referee, the man in the middle, Michael Salisbury, remember the name? So he's done 135 games, 44 in the Prem, 50 in the Champ. Cov City is the team that he's reffed the most with 15 games. For us and Newcastle, he's reffed us both 4 times. For Newcastle, there's been 1 win, 2 draws and a loss. The last game he reffed for them was in March earlier this year, and that was a 1-0 away win at West Ham. Last time he reffed at St James's Park, you got to go back to February last year, and that was a 2-2 draw with Bournemouth. For us, well, all 3 losses have come this season, and the single win come last season on Jeremy Sarmiento Day. The last game was at home to Forest, where we lost 4-2. Jens Kajus getting the goal of the month. What a goal that was. If you haven't seen it and you really want to appreciate how good it is, watch the vlog because, it was happened right in front of us. But yeah, not being a good referee or a lucky referee for us this season. Every game is ref, so we had that one. We had Liverpool. Where else did we have? Bournemouth as well at home. So Liverpool away, Forest at home, Bournemouth at home. Those are the 3 losses that he's ref for us. Not too much controversy, not that I can remember. The Bournemouth game, that wasn't his fault. The controversy was nothing to do with the referee, was it? So I'm hoping he has a controversy-free game and that we're not talking about his name come 5 o'clock on Saturday. So in terms of team lineups then, we've obviously heard from Bazza how he thinks Newcastle will line up. My prediction for how we'll line up, so it'll be the usual formation, 4-2-3-1. Alex Palmer in goal. Left back, we know that Leif Davis is obviously out injured. Not injured, even suspended. He's got a 3-game suspension for that tackle on Saka the other week. Although Saka did the same tackle on O'Shea and the card wasn't given. But hey-ho, consistency and referees, we know that the two don't go together. But yeah, so left back, I think whilst we did see Boniface on the bench, I'm not sure he's ready for a start. So I think we'll see Greaves at left back. We'll see Burgess next to him. We'll see Luke Wolfenden, I think, come in. And we'll see Dara O'Shea at the right back spot. Then I think in the midfield and up front, it'll be what we've seen so far. So it'll be Sammy Morsey and Jens Kajust in the middle of the park. Jack Clark on the left. Julio Enciso in the middle. And then I'm hoping Amari Hutchinson's fit. But I've got a feeling that it's going to be Ben Johnson out on the right. And again, I'm hoping Delap's fit. He's had some minutes. We know he's got a rib injury. So I don't know. Let's go with George Hurst. Yeah, I think George Hurst probably keeps his place. And then maybe we can unleash Delap against Brentford when we play them at home next week. No, it's not Brentford. It's Everton away. But yeah, that's my team lineup. That's my prediction. So in terms of score prediction then, it's always the head v heart situation, isn't it? Your head always says, what's logical? Look where Town are in the table. Look how we've performed. But the heart says, Town are going to win the bloody... My heart says Town are going to win the World Cup. You know what I mean? That's how crazy it gets. But Newcastle, I think, are going to be a bit of a wounded animal. They're obviously in 5th. I think they're like 2 points off Man City, who are 3rd. And got a game in hand. Obviously, Forest are above them. Chelsea are breathing down their necks as well. They've had an incredible season, bringing their trophy drought to an end with the Carabao Cup. Absolute mental scenes when they had that parade. So big up all the Geordies and Newcastle fans, other fans ridiculing them for that win don't understand football and don't understand what it's like to support and religiously support a team that doesn't bring success year in, year out. This isn't, oh, we'll always get an FA Cup or a Premier League or something. They deserved it. So it's a big season for them. And, Eddie Howe is a really, really good manager. They've got some brilliant players. I've done my team of the season, if you like, against opposition 11 that I've seen. And obviously, Isak is a player that I've said, the best striker I've seen in the league this season. So I don't know if he's playing, though. He may not be. He may be suspended or he may be injured. But you've still got people like, Bruno in midfield, Tonali, who's done really well. Even the ex-scummer, Jacob Murphy. And then Anthony Gordon, who's been kept out by Harvey Barnes, as we heard from Baza. And they've got a solid defence as well. So it's going to be a very hard team to break down. They're going to be up for it because they want to have Champions League. That atmosphere, I've seen it on the telly and heard it on the telly when St James Park gets going. It is brilliant. And it's such an amazing stadium. So I think it's down to how quick the first goal goes in. So if we can frustrate them for 45 minutes and then maybe nick something, if we score first, I think then it could be like Chelsea and we could nick a draw. But if they score first, it could be a long afternoon and it could be the same thing that we saw at Portman Road. Look how quick they started. That by half time it was over. So if I take all that into consideration and the fact, even if West Ham lose, we still have to win to stay up. But I think the fat lady will be singing on Saturday. And I'm going to predict a 4-2 Newcastle win. So yeah, man. Hopefully you enjoyed that. I am going to be on Bazza Thomas's channel live stream. So not done a live for a while. I think the last time I done a live was with KOA a couple of seasons ago. Big up Kings of Anglia and Roscoe and all the work he does. And yeah, man, that should be good. And there'll be a special town fan on there as well. We'll be throwing it right back. So keep an eye out for that. And yeah, if you're watching it on Friday, then, come back again at 8:15. Check my socials. I'll put the link on Twitter and my Instagram and all the rest of it as well. And like I said before, man, make sure you smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, notifications. Put the comments in it, man. It helps all the YouTube voodoo, man, so we can get this video and this types of content out to more and more football fans, man. So yeah, man, I'll catch you all later on tonight, peeps. See you later.